this is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie, and today I'm going to give you my review on the Mitchells versus the Machines. And the Mitchells are a young family with their oldest daughter, Katie, going off to college, in film school. However, after her family got after her dad Adric accidentally broke her laptop, he tries to fix it by cancelling her plane ticket to college and driving her to school on a road trip with the rest of the family. However, their trip is invaded by a machine apocalypse, leaving the Mitchells as the last humans left on Earth. Now it's up to the worst family of all time to save the day and stop the robots. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. How long has it been since you've been on a road trip? Probably a while, given the time of this movie's release. And I think that this film came out at the right time to get people ready to go back on the road. So I do know that there's a bit of irony since this movie's about plugging off the devices, even though this was released straight to Netflix. I can't really blame them because Sony for doing that because of everything going on. And I'm just pointing out the irony. Anyways, onto the film itself. I'd actually say this is one of Sony's Pictures and Animation's funniest animated films. And still a great one like that. And let's get started. With the characters, they're a really interesting case. Each member of the Mitchell family has a bit of interest as that you will end up loving about them. First, let's talk about Katie. The film's protagonist, who all she wants is to go to the school of her dreams. However, throughout the film, she can be the least like Mitchell. And the reason she's excited to go to college is to never see her family again. And while as the film goes on, she does warm up to them. It does stay for a large proportion of the movie, and she does later become a likable character. As for the rest of the family, there's Aaron, the young boy of the team, who's a dinosaur lover. Linda, Dad, the mother of the family who's optimist, tries to keep them together. And the most interesting of the family, Lyric, who is the most against modern technology. And while he can be disconnected, no pun intended, from Katie's passion, she is the most important thing in his life. That he do anything for her. Yeah, he screws up a lot. But he can be a good dad. As for his kids, and tries to help them in any way, even if he has to, even by doing things he's never done before. There's also Monchi, the funniest of the family, being the pug dog and comic relief. Eric and Deborah bought art 2000 Cinda are the comic relief robots that join the Mitchells on their journey. And then there's Pal, who's actually a pretty solid villain. Lynn. One thing I like about her is that it's great to see how Olivia Colman went from a great role as Marion from Thomas and Friends, and to one of Sony Pictures Animation's best villains. Yeah, who's the most who vows revenge on the human race after a new version of power was introduced, and would use the new robots to take out the human race, and can be a real enemy to the Mitchells. Also, other than Olivia Colman, the actors are really good. Each one offers a great performance with their character, and all can be likable, lovable, and relatable. But next, there's the story, which I can say is the film's most clever thing to do. The film, this is one of those films where it takes the cliches that's done with number 4, or like a family road trip comedy with an extra twist, which in this case is the robot apocalypse. It's true we've seen this story before, and some elements might seem predictable, but the execution of it makes it an amazing story. With the Mitchell side of the story, it's really well showing the family elements and the heart of the film. Where you can feel for the characters and relate to them on their journey. On top of that, it would use some of the cliches and turn them out to be used pretty well as the film would progress. As to the mechanical side, this is something that the film really knew how to do well. Elf giving a good commentary of how we feel on modern technology, and how it can easily turn against us. This is something the film really knows how to do well. But like I said at the beginning, this is the funniest Sony Pictures animation film ever. And the humour really shows. This is one of those films where it bursts out a joke every minute, and each of them are hilarious. And really funny and entertaining to watch. But if there's one thing I can say is the film's best achievement, it's with the style of the animation. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful looking animated feature. I have seen lots of animated features that look really good, nice. Each of them offering a good texture and design to them. And while they all look nice, especially this one and the most, it's how the film is pulls off this idea. It's done. For the human side, each of the characters have a nice design to them, and where they Sony used the same animation they did for the designs of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which since it's coming from Phil Lord and Chris Miller, it's probably understandable why they did so. as for the robots, they offer some really unique designs. And where all the animators' creativity comes to life, I've blending well with the settings and getting ready for an action-packed moment to begin. But another thing this film does well is the character animation. They would move at a really fast pace, but where they really show how well they move. The humans would have a nice cool pace to them. While the robots and machines show their mechanical side and use their movements as a real treat. Eat of how they're done, and then there are the action scenes, which the film offers a lot of great ones, and the action scenes can be intense, and the animation offers it in the best ways possible. Where each one is fun and exciting. And you get really invested in into the film. Also, I will admit that the 2D animation that's used when he's feeling it all in the scene is done really well. Like if this is one of her homemade movies, and it does fit amazingly. So overall, who knew a robot apocalypse could be the center of a fun, amazing animated feature? The Mitchells vs. the Machines is not only one of Sony Pictures Animation's cleverest, but one of their funniest and smartest films they made. While the main character can be unlikable at first, and it does show a bit of its generic side, it does great execution, offering a really interesting story, a great commentary of robots about modern technology, some really likable characters, great voice acting, and phenomenal animation. This is what I could call a real family feature. Where if your family's in the mood of watching an animated film, this is one you can watch. One that the whole family can watch and enjoy. So I recommend this for people who like film students in college students, as they'll get the most out of it and relate to Katie a lot. They say it's not about the destination, it's the journey, and I can say that I had a great time with this journey and give the Mitchells road trip a 9.5 out of 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!